Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host T70, bringing you guys another racing video. This is gonna be a little bit different this time. So I wanted to kind of showcase this server for a while now. Just haven't got around to actually record a video on the server. But this is a server on Wreckfest called SUES Family Server and Friends server. Family and Friends server. So I've been in the server for about 4 years or so, and in terms of like quality driving and racing, in terms of 2023, if you got nowhere else to go, and you want to race somewhere that's decent, this is a good spot to be. It's gonna teach you a lot of discipline, and you're gonna learn Wreckfest the hard way. So probably gotta get. I'm in a van. No, I'm in a van. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, well. I didn't pick a car fast enough. I'm in my van now. That's not good. Rip. Well, let's see how long I go. We'll see how long I go. But Sue's admin of the server. We got several admins. So the rules are simple. Just don't be an asshole. That's it. treat this lobby like it's GT. You hit somebody, you better be careful with it, you better be sorry about it, because you're getting kicked if you do. But, I shouldn't be that hard about it. It's not that strict, but it can be if you're not careful. And, car bombing is not allowed. So you just do your best to drive as best you can. Now, I'm in a C-Class van, so this is not going to end well for me. We'll see what happens. Probably going to become dead last with this car. Not select my A-Class. But you know what? This gives you a good kind of view of the drivers in here. Ooh! Hello, sir. I'm sorry. That's okay. Hitting somebody, if they're crashing, but like not that hard, that's fine. That's okay. That was almost unavoidable accident, so. Okay. Be surprised if I actually don't get last. If I get last, I'll be surprised. Shit. I shouldn't have brought the van. I was too busy yapping. About the server. Holy shit! Okay, yep. Yep. I just got T-boned. In the cross-section, that's fine. Getting some frame loss here. Not too sure why, but... Ooh. I'm so fucking horrid. Oh, this race is gonna end soon anyway. Oh, sorry, sir. Oh, okay. Yep. I might have fucked up his ride. This is horrid. It's too late to... Fuck. Sorry, Sue. Okay, that's quite alright. Space wins, yes. Alright, so... I'm just gonna retire straight up here. Hang on. I'm just gonna end it. That's not gonna be a good ending for me, so I'll just take the L. Now, you guys probably see me put a couple of videos on the channel of Sue's server, me getting a couple of wins and a few nights and stuff like that. So, I've gotten quite accustomed to how most drivers drive in here. I've kind of studied their driving characteristics, their line. A lot of people in here got a great driving line. Some of them pull off some pretty, I want to call kind of sketchy moves, but it works. I won't give off names, but I've seen things. Things you wouldn't see in like Forza or any other, maybe not even a set of Corsa, I've seen things. Okay, so I'm gonna select one of my better cars here, obviously this time around. Oh, it's slow to load. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna pick the Hammerhead RS, but I might not. This is okay. So this is kind of the meta car of Wreckfest. This Volvo is practically the fastest car in the game, arguably. It can be the Super Venom GT, but this car, by other cars, is the meta car, unfortunately. And the reason why I say unfortunately is because a lot of people like to use this car, and it kind of sets a big disadvantage for those who want to drive anything else. So, yeah, but kind of have to go with the flow. Gotta go with the flow. But, yeah. Let me just close down. I think it's that. Let's see what else is running here. What's that? Losing some frames here. I'm going to set ready in a minute. Sure, everything's good. Okay, so I got some frames. I don't know what's going on. The server. I might be getting some lag in the server tonight. Maybe. My ping looks pretty good, so I'm not too sure what the loss in frames is going on right now. Let's hopefully I can do better in this one, now that I got my Volvo. So, not to say that you can't really win in any other car. Yes, you can. Definitely, absolutely. You're just going to have an little extra finesse with it, and have a little bit of luck on your side at the same time. A little bit of luck and obviously a little bit of skill. But not saying that I'm going to win this immediately with having this Volvo. I'm just going to have a higher chance. with the driving style I have. And it's not that bad of a car, to be honest. I sometimes find that it can be a little bit unpredictable on dirt. Maybe because I'm still getting used to the Volvo, but that's just me. Has a tendency to get a little too sideways unexpected, and that's when I usually have to span a left foot brake a little bit, and hopefully that'll be enough to snap it back in. And now I do have the differential fairly open, so it should be able to grip off a little better, but it being fully like locked and responding like a welded diff. But on default, this thing is absolutely a drift machine, I would say. It's a very heavy drift machine, and it's got a lot of power. So, and it accelerates very quickly. So that's the thing. It's very torquey on the line. So far, this is a much better race here. In second place. Hopefully I can keep it. Oh, Sean, I'm sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to kind of sort of cut you off there, but it was okay. It was alright. I gave you space. Not too much the greatest. I will say I'm not too much the greatest at open track sometimes. Usually it's a gear thing. Try to keep it on a certain gear the whole time, and then not trying to let it slip is a bit of a pain in the ass. It's not NASCAR, but with NASCAR you can just kind of just flood it, and then maybe let out the gas a little bit. But this is a little bit more different. This car is a little bit more unpredictable, like I said, and it's sometimes can be a little sideways when you don't want it, and it'll understeer too sometimes, which is it acts weird, but it's got power and it does keep up with everybody else. When you have it down, it's a good car. So they keep it fifth gear, but 6 is probably better, but then when I put in 6th gear, it's going to be understeering a little bit, too much power. And try to no longer in podium position, sadly. Someone's on my inside. Pops to my inside. I can understeer a little bit. Ooh, that might be the wall. Nope, I'm okay. I'm good. The Super GT. Super Venom GT. I do not have one of those, sadly. Did I just see somebody go through the map? I swore I just saw a name tag underneath the track for a second. What the fuck was that? Did somebody just phase under the track? God. Some of the things I've seen people do on this track, which is a little bit, you know, I wouldn't do because it's just not my way of driving at all. It's just a little bit too much. It's just I don't know what words to describe without being mean here, but I would not do it. It's just unethical. It's an unethical race decision. I wouldn't do. So some people, what they do in the track, sometimes they'll find a critical point in the wall and they'll tap the wall at the right spot and they'll keep going. I've seen CAD do this a couple of times, and then a couple other drivers do the same thing, and it does shave off a few seconds of the lap time. But these are things that these are kind of cheeky things that I don't do because, you know, that's not the kind of driver I am. You guys know me by now. I'm super clean in the apex, you know, and just constantly aiming for that fast lap time every time, trying my best. So I don't do anything that's kind of like cheesy, like super cutting lines and, you know, bouncing my car across the track or in some crazy fucking way. You know what I mean? Not to say that's a bad thing, but I just don't do that sort of thing because it's just not my thing of doing. I prefer to keep it very kind of ethical racing, you know, very clean, very not sus, you know, I can put it that way. So I wasn't too bad. I got 5th place there. I did slip a little bit, but that's okay. It's fine. Again, the Super Venom GT is definitely still a car to, you know, it is a meta car still. Same with the Hammerhead RS, the Volvo. And you know, when I first got in the server, Sue was driving it's a Road Cutter, I believe. And that Road Cutter, I believe, was kind of meta for a while. And I still have it. I still drive the Road Cutter sometimes, but I will change it up sometimes every now and then. Sometimes I'll come in here and I'll bring in the big, you know, 50s pink Cadillac because I just want to vibe, you know. I don't really care about winning or losing in that regard, but I want to sometimes I really push the car to see how far I get. And I think everybody genuinely knows me in the server. I hope by now that, you know, like everyone knows kind of how I drive, hopefully. You know, not after anybody, not targeting any driver, you know, trying to take them out or anything like that. Oh boy. So I figured I decided to make this video because I haven't seen anyone try to really showcase this server, and I feel like it needs a bit more light in the subject. Because, you know, when I look at things in 2023, when I sit in terms of oh boy, that was me. That was bad me. Oh goodness gracious, Jesus. When I look at, you know, in terms of what's going on in terms of 2023 in terms of racing, you know, there's not a lot, in my opinion, that's really popping. You know, Forza is going to come out sometime, and hopefully that's good. Weighing on Test Drive Unlimited 3, and, you know, there's supposed to be another crew as well. So, you know, there's a lot of driving games that I'm waiting on, and if you're not playing iRacing and you're playing like a subscription service, and then a set of courses, you know, mainly wheel dedicated, and sadly I don't have a wheel anymore, then there's not much activity going on in terms of racing. And then you got a new Need for Speed game that's out, and I haven't got that yet, and I don't really feel like I want to buy that, to be fair with you. I don't think it's worth the full price. It's my opinion, but you know, because when it comes to racing, I'm after stuff like this, you know, kind of like a semi simulated, you know, clean. This is about as good as it's gonna get for me to racing in 2020. Oh, sorry, Fat Rex. Jesus. You know what? I think that was on me. I was giving a little too much of a hard time there. I won't lie to you. Bumping this car a tad bit. I will admit that was a little bit rough coming out of me. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, Jay. That's, again, on me. Oh, my God. But he hit me, though. I will say that he will hit me. If you turn back on that one, he definitely hit me. You see pops up here in the MR2. Most nights, though, most races, I'm usually within top 10. Within top 10 of 23 cars. Definitely not the best in the server, but I definitely have a little bit of edge sometimes. If I'm lucky and I don't get hit, and I'm really trying here, then it's usually, ooh, sorry. Okay, didn't hit you. Thank God. I'm really trying, you know, I can really sometimes get around close to podium and pour on podium, so. But it's fun. This is fun, you know. If you want to race and you don't want to deal with dirty drivers, this is the place you come. I find that there are too many racing places across, you know, certain games, and it's just like you're not getting the best experience you could be getting if you really want to real race. Yes, it's for fun, but you know, I don't want someone to be just slamming into the wall and, you know, call that a fucking race, because that's just bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. You know, I want to test someone's skill. I want to test how well they can corner to the apex, and you know, I want to see how well they can do in a lap time, because I know how well I can drive, and you know, like, it's a difference between driving dirty and fucking, you know, throwing everybody off and say, hey, no, I got skill. No, that's not how that works. So this is definitely a server to be, SUES server. And it's mostly pretty good, you know, every night or so, you know, not sometimes she's not on all night, all the time, but there's usually somebody in the server who's running the server and watching it. But if somebody does anything stupid, someone spectating, someone car bombs somebody, unlike Forza, you know what I mean? Forza's kind of bullshit when it comes to racing it nowadays, because you go into the server, go into random race, open race, and you know, you have to either be on a team or something like that, and you know, if you're trying to do a seasonal challenge or whatever the hell, and you just get pushed off the track, and then they push you, and then you just become last. You know, if you're really there to get that objective done, you cannot get it done because you got some dirty driver in there. And Forza, yes, has those kind of those penalties, you know, having the car ghost out and slow down if you hit the wall too hard, you try to wall ride a bit, but that doesn't really help anything. The people still keep doing the same shit they're doing. In this server, you do something stupid, you're getting kicked out, and you're not coming back. So you are really put to a real kind of try-hard situation in a way, to put it best. But you don't have to be a try-hard to be in this server, just have to drive cleanly. Just don't take people out and don't be dirty. Simple. And that's what I like. That's what it comes down to SUES server, that's what I like. You know, it's all honest racing. And a couple of times you get a couple of guys in here who get a little bit rough. You know, some of the randoms who come in here don't never just find the server for the night, and they don't know how the server goes. You know, but you got people watching the server, you got people watching, and they'll kick them out. You know, I've had a car sometimes get very close to me and is going for a car bomb, and it gets immediately kicked out before it hits me. I've had it happen once or twice. Somebody's watching. You know, they'll have a spectator watching, and they'll watch. So there's no, if you got the left is the brake, people. You got to hit the brake. Don't use the person in front of you as a brake. This is not fair. So, yeah, that's not too bad of a race. A little bit rough. I'm gonna change cars. I'm gonna go see if I can get fast enough here. I can get to it. But overall, I would say this server is definitely a server if you want to find quality driving. And you learn a lot. You learn a lot how to kind of handle your car, how to tune your car, and you know, you learn a lot how to actually treat Wreckfest and on dirt too. So you know, this kind of gives you some more experience if you know, want to race in any other dirt racing game. This is a good extreme case. You know, gives you good practice on other off-road situations in a way, in other racing games. So I'm in the Carmageddon car, and oh Jesus, oh right, okay. So I'm not too sure who caused that, but somebody pushed me. I pushed Pops, and we both went into this man. Beautiful. I didn't catch who that was. That's okay. I'm gonna keep going. Top out, sadly. Lagging. Good. Ooh, a little too hard in the corner. That's okay. Ball tap. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting a bit of lag right now. I'm pinballing in the wall. Somebody's got the McDonald's internet. Definitely not me. This is not gonna end well. Probably gonna upset Pops here in a minute because he's usually one of the really pristine drivers in here, and I don't want to make him angry. You let him pass me here. I'm getting a little bit of lag. This is not good. Top out at 6. I think I might have shortened the gear on this one. Not too sure. This is definitely going to be a dead last position for me. Maybe if nothing starts shaking up above there. Personally, I think, you know, if you're not on a set of Corsa and you don't have a wheel, I think, you know, SUES server on Wreckfest is definitely kind of one of the best servers to be in terms of a racing, you know, community, if you will, for 2023. And then, of course, there's also shit on 5M, you know, but there's a lot of things going on in 5M, and it's not easy to find a place. But this, if you want something quick, this is a good place to be. Or a quality racing environment. Oh, there's been a crash. Oh boy. There's been a crash. I am gaining some positions here. Pops a little bit sideways back there. It's okay. Top out, sadly. Oh, I'm probably going to upset him or hit my brake too hard. It's okay. Sometimes I get very teeth gritting sometimes because I'm afraid, like, I'm never a dirty driver, but I'm afraid sometimes that I might upset another driver sometimes the way of my braking habits, but for the ones who are behind me or if I'm just making a pass. But I'm very, very gentle in how I do things. Generally. I watch for the opening. If I can't pass them, if I know I really can't pass them, I will let them pass me. You know, that's just a courtesy how it is. I don't try to be aggressive. You know, because being aggressive can fuck up the other driver, and you know could land you both in a spill, which is something I don't prefer doing. Some drivers like to be that way, but I don't prefer that. That's kind of like where, like, okay, yeah, well, I want to be in a winning position, but I don't want to crash the other guy out. So, you know, if it's going to lead to a crash, and I feel like I'm gonna crash the other guy, I'm gonna let the gas. I'll wait for another window. I'll wait for another window to pass. I don't care. Ooh, here we go. They had a rough start. Got crashed at the beginning. Oh boy, Fat Rex. It's okay. On the inside, perhaps get the apex in here. Oh, might be able to out-gear him. Might be able to out-gear him. Oh shit! Oh, and I got 6th place. Yes, I was able to out-gear him on that straightaway. So I went from dead last to 6th. Not bad. That's definitely a good recovery from getting smashed at the very beginning of the race, and at the last minute getting the 6th place position. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. That was nice. And sometimes, you know, for me as well, it's not about like getting a podium position. It's kind of like the quality of race I like having. You know, if there's a guy, you know, I'm sitting in like, you know, 8th place or something like that, or 7th place or something like that, you know, 20-something cars. And there's a guy and we're just like kind of just constantly passing each other. We're both kind of fighting for the position. I like it. I like when there's a race like that and I'm in a race condition like that because it just that makes it a lot more fun for me. You know, I enjoy that because, like, here we are, you know, we both have similar racing lines and we're both kind of attacking each other, but not like smashing into each other. We're just, you know, door to door the whole time, and that's really fun. That really puts you at your A game and say, okay, you gotta kind of watch your every bit of your cornering, you know, and you're weaving because if you mess up just the slightest, you might just let it pass, right? So I like having a you know, kind of a neck to neck positioning with another driver, and that happens time to time in the server. You know, that really does. That really kind of shows you the quality of drivers are in the server. They know, most of them know how to really handle their car and how to really drive in a race condition, which is really great. You know, if this was like Forza or something, you know, 90% of people would just go next to you, would just fucking T-bone you, let you have it, or like, you know, pit you out, and that's it. Finished. They'll push you out of the race. They won't actually, they won't let you pass, you know, in a way, they won't give you that chance. They're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna pull some Alonso shit, you know what I mean? So, alright. So, 25 minutes of the video so far. I think we're gonna do one more. I'll do one more race and I'll let you guys have. But again, do check out SUES server on Wreckfest. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the better driving servers around in any racing game, I want to say. You know, again, putting set of course aside, this is really fun to be. So I'll do one more for the night. Okay, here. Let's see if I want to change cars or not. I probably will. I might stay in this car. Who knows? Yeah, I'll stay in this car. Actually, I can't change cars now. This might not be a good one for me because this is kind of set for a bit of an asphalt environment. This, my Eagle R. Well, we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Oh, right up to the front. Here we go. Let's see if I can actually keep that. Now, my gearing might be a little better on this track now since we're not in the asphalt. No, that's where they go. I was topping out on 6 pretty hard. Oh, space. I'm so sorry. Actually, that was on you, buddy. A little bit. I absolutely love that new Bel Air that's in here. That kind of fighter pilot, you know, sculled up, you know, 57 Bel Air. Low profile there. Don't have one of those, sadly. It's one of the newer versions of the of that car. Leave it open. So far, so good. I'm actually quite surprised it's actually okay on dirt right now. On this track, it's not too bad. Ooh! Oh, I love that. I love when I, you know, get sideways and I'm just like, my front bumper is like so close to the guardrail, but I don't touch it. It's one of the most satisfying things of like being in a drift. You know, it's like I got that close corner on the apex, and I'm just sliding it ever so lightly, and I'm just bringing it in, get that fastest, greasing that corner. You know, just absolutely greasing that corner. One of my favorite things that I catch myself doing. Here's Sue back there in that Opel. That's the thing, you know, sometimes one thing I've learned about being in this server is sometimes, you know, trying to grip the corner is not the fastest thing to do. You know, I've learned that the hard way when Sue was showing me a couple of things one night on a track, and, you know, getting sideways in a particular manner, you know, sometimes is, if not faster than it is trying to grip, you know, trying to apex the corner like it's like a GT race. You know, that's the way I treat it. And yes, you can get a really fast lap time doing that. You know, being on the inside of that corner and exiting wide, you know, like a proper GT race would be. That's more than a proper way of doing things. But sometimes, you know, getting sideways, you know, a certain angle, you know, is actually much quicker than it is to just grip the corner. One thing I learned the hard way, and made me a lot better of a driver in this server, for sure. Really have to utilize that e-brake a little bit sometimes. A little bit of left foot brake, you know, if it gets too wide, but so far so good. Oh, that's a little too wide there for me. That's okay. Still got it. I'm not. Oh, it's a bit of lag for me. That's not good. Not good. Looks like I'm about to get tandems with Sue there for a minute. Over the bump. And that's the thing. The bumps are probably the most dangerous things in this game. You know, if you think If you think you're close enough to touch the bump and on the inside corner, sometimes the rumble strip will fuck you up if you're not careful. And I've had so many case scenarios where I just take the rumble strip to be on the inside and I just flip the car over because my suspension was way too stiff. And across the line, second position for me. Woohoo! Let's go. That was an absolute amazing race. Amazing race. I'm actually very surprised that I was actually able to handle the Eagle R on this track, on a dirt track like that. That was amazing. Excellent. That's a good way to end it off. Yes. Ooh, can't type fast enough. And there you guys have it. So be sure if you got Wreckfest, go check out SUES server. Absolute quality server. Nothing can go wrong here, I think, in my opinion. I say that in a funny manner because there has been a few things that happened, but you know, there's a lot of discipline in here, and yeah, this is fun. At the end of the day, you're just having fun. But you know, this is like a really true semi-serious server. So amazing. All right, I'm your host T70. Thanks for watching. Check out my last video if you guys haven't seen it. And I'll be making some more racing videos very soon. Take care. I'm your host, T70 Racer. Take care. Goodbye.